Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, The Walk. Again, another movie I was trying to see, on the cheap side. This is on Tubi. Justin Chatwin is on it, Malcolm McDowell, Jeremy Piven, Terrence Howard. I mean, come on. You gotta be watching this, and if you haven't seen it already, it's 4.8 on IMDb, but only 215 people rated it so far. In 1974, Boston Irish cop confronts a fierce social pressure after being assigned to protect a black high school student in an all-white South Boston high. Hour and 45 minutes long, a little longer than I wanted to, but it's on Tubi, so it's free. So let me get into it and find out what it's about, give you a better idea, let you know what I think. Stick around, I'll be back. Hey everybody, want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching The Walk. We're at the 1 hour, 5 minute, 9 second mark. We're actually at a commercial. That's the one thing about Tubi. You got commercials, but it's kind of why you get it for free. But ultimately, Justin Chatwin plays a cop in South Boston, and this is all 1974 when they start to integrate the schools. Jeremy Piven plays kind of a criminal, I guess, or something like that. Spent 12 years in prison, just gets out at the time. So they're kind of like at heads. And so Justin Chatwin's daughter and everybody else, kids are being integrated. So he's responsible for helping, like, getting the bus there. And we don't know this yet, but that's what he's been assigned to help with the busing and into the school at his daughter's school. And we see other kids, and their impact. So kids, black kids who are being transferred to other schools. And it's interesting to see that. And you think, of course they had to integrate. This had to happen at some point. But they just forced people into different schools. Whereas, couldn't they slowly integrate? Like, hey, if you're going to become a freshman, and I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of other things. But if you're going to become a freshman, that's when you're going to get split. So you're not going to get split like your senior year and have to go to a different school and have everything mixed up, but slowly integrate like that way. I don't know. Whatever. But it's showing the social impacts from all of this happening. What's his name is in it? It's his daughter. That's, Terrence Howard's daughter, who's also getting impact. So it's a lot of, racial background mixed with the, family morals and everything that goes along with it. It's good. It's just the the commercials kind of take your attention away, and it's hard to get back to it. But so far, so good. It's interesting to see Jeremy Piven in this role too. So, all right, that's it. Commercial's over. I'm gonna get back to it. I'll check in later and let you know what I think. I don't have to click this because the commercial's on. All right, I have to unmute it. See ya. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of The Walk, and overall I think this is a pretty good movie. Jeremy Piven was actually an executive producer of it. And I forgot to tell you this, it's based on true life events. I'm not sure, obviously the integration was true, like I want to know how much of the full circle interaction was really true, but I'm sure like the officers and stuff like that. Anyway, I think it's a very interesting take. There's a lot of other movies on this, but it really focuses on, individual families, black and white, and how this whole thing impacted them, impacted their lives, and happens to be in Boston, and their careers that they're in. One being a cop. The other one being a paramedic, the parents and stuff like that, the kids who are currently segregated, going to one school and going to another. And it was interesting right in the beginning, and I didn't bring this up, but sometimes you watch these movies and you don't feel connected, you don't feel the depth behind certain characters. Right after the opening scenes, I felt connected to, like, it was really about the kids and, how they're going to their last day of junior year, essentially. And, they're hanging out, and, there's something there. There's not a lot of substance. You know what I mean? There's not a big scene or anything like that, but for some reason, the director makes you connected to them, and, like, you feel like you know their backstory. Again, not a lot is said. I mean, there's a little bit here and there, but it's just amazing how they can do that in these films. And I felt it that way. So I was kind of invested in everybody, you know, the kids especially, and then a little bit about the adults and stuff like that. But the only downside for me was the commercials. It took me away, stopped me paying attention. I'm getting on my phone, you know, I get involved in something on my phone, whether it's TikTok or fantasy football, and when the thing comes back up, I'm like, you know, I'm not paying enough attention. So, if you are easily distracted, like myself, I would avoid, you know, make sure you stay focused. You can't fast forward, and that's okay. It's free. I have no issues with that, but that took away from the film for me. So there you go. That's what I got for you. I think it's definitely worth a watch. It's free. It's got good acting. Jeremy Piven, like I said, I like him. He's hard to believe in the role, but at first you don't even recognize him. Good enough to check it out anyway. It's not going to deter from the entire film. So that's it. That's all I got for you. Hopefully I was helpful. And thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.